It's a sad one. Daily Landsblog, 31st of August, 2020. Not that the 31st of August, 2020 is causing sadness. It's the memory of the 31st of August, 2011, when I was sitting not far from here, and someone texted me that said, is it true about your friend Wade Belak? And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what do you mean, is it true? And he said, I heard he died. And I said, my God, I can't imagine that he did. I was totally dumbfounded. And I texted him, and meanwhile, my friend texted me back and said that, that he had heard that it was suicide. And I had known from Wade for the previous probably year that he was on medication for depression. And I knew details about it because we talked about it. And he had been like at our house, right, Case? 2 weeks before. Oh, you were in New York, right?
No, I
Because when he died,
I was in New York when he died.
yeah. And I knew, all about it. We talked about it, and I remember one of the last things I said to him was that I said, "Wow, you're in better shape than I am," because he seemed like he was doing really well, and obviously he wasn't doing really well. I think there's circumstances around his suicide that are different than most. I don't think it was from long-term depression where you get worn down by it and you just can't see living with the pain. I think doctors screwed up and they increased his medication dramatically even though he didn't really need it. Because I said to him, I said, well, why would they be doubling the dose of your meds when you're doing well? And he said to me, sitting like right there, he said, I don't know. He just said, I'm a big guy and I probably need a bigger dose. What have I learned since 2011? I have learned so much about depression, about my own depression, but about suicide as well. And what I have learned most of all since 2011 is that we need to talk. I live with this massive, not guilt at all, but this massive regret, mostly from the standpoint of Wade, that he didn't reach out to the people that he could have reached out to. Which tells me that he must have been in a situation where he wasn't seeing the world rationally. People do have psychotic breaks, for instance, where they are no longer rationally thinking about their lives. They're living in a different world. So I think about it, and I think for sure he would have reached out to me if he would have thought, oh, I'm just so depressed. I'm so sick. I've got suicidal thoughts. For sure he would have reached out to me. So I don't know what it was, but I do know that talk makes a difference and that having someone to reach out to usually makes a difference. Now, you may say, well, it didn't make a difference with Wade, but I don't think these were usual circumstances. Long-term depression, suicidal thoughts, something just happened. And, I've never sold, his story as him being my best friend, but he was one of my dear friends, and he was one of your dear friends, Casey, and we loved him. It was kind of like a part of our family. And he's gone. And that makes me want to do the Daily Lands blog every day for as long as I can do it. And it makes me want to say this: you need to share. And if you have no one to share with us. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 425 days a year. We're here because Wade would have wanted us to be here, and if he was here listening, he would go, Landsberg, shut up already. That was the domey face I just gave. He used to do it really well.